Hello, my name is Ben, and on this YouTube channel I document my own print-on-demand journey, how to create a word cloud, especially for print-on-demand, but also for other applications. Well, I'm going to show you in this video how you can do that easily and without having extensive design skills or having to use Photoshop or another complicated design software. Like with everything, if you know how it works with the design software, it's not complicated anymore, but I always try to find ways to do it easily so that everybody can do it without having to go through basically tutorials. Now, a few months ago I showed you an app on my Android phone that you could use to create a word cloud, and I still like that app, but it still is sometimes a bit complicated to do it on the phone, and also some of the shapes you were quite limited in with regards to which shapes you could use, and if you wanted to use more shapes you would have to buy them. So at the end, I always try to find different ways of doing things and more efficient ways. And I started to find that you can, or started to find out that you can do this on Creative Fabrica as well. I started to use Creative Fabrica a few weeks ago, and it's a fantastic resource for you to use where you have thousands and really millions of different fonts and graphics that you can use for print on demand. Now, what I didn't know until a few days ago is that they had a word cloud function, and so you can easily create a word cloud design in Creative Fabrica. Now, before we go into it, let me show you what a word cloud design is. And I found these on Amazon. So all of these are actually word cloud designs. And as you can see here, they are all selling. At least they have at least a review. And some of these, or most of these, actually have 5-star reviews. And this is pretty much what a word cloud is. So you have a shape, normally a vector shape, and then this vector shape is sort of filled with words which normally relate to that vector. So you could, for example, have a coffee cup, and then this coffee cup is made or created with the words like coffee, coffee bean, drink coffee, and caffeine and stuff like that. And apparently that is quite popular, or can be quite popular. So as you can see here, you've got this is apparently an autism awareness shirt. Quite expensive, to be honest, with $44.90, but someone bought it. 2 reviews, 2 5-star reviews. It's a puzzle shape made of kind, autism, cure, love, hope, words like that, positive words. And this apparently is selling. So I like to use word clouds. I really like them. It always looks quite complicated. Before I started with print on demand, and actually, until I found that app a few months ago, I was still thinking like, how does someone create them? I wish I could do the same. So I found out how to do that easily. So let's go into Creative Fabrica. If you are on Creative Fabrica, you go to Tools, you go to Shape Cloud, they call it Shape Cloud, and then you get some pre-made possibilities here. So one way of doing it is they have pre-made shapes here. So first of all, this is already a word cloud. So you could download it, but obviously you don't want to use it as it is anyway, because you will have your own ideas. But let's have a quick look through. So first of all, at the top here, you have the words. So you can add some new words in, and I'm going to show that to you. So you could just add something like POD. Then you can add something like, I don't know, it could be anything, love. So let's just add these. You always have to click on update changes. And what then will happen is that they will update it, and then you will have these words inserted here. Now, there's some more stuff that you can do. You can change the color. So let's change the color from blue to teal, and then as well update changes, and you will see how that changes. Now, there's some more stuff you can do. For example, from a single color, you can go to different colors. So you can go to these color schemes here. For example, if you prefer something like vintage retro colors, let's have a look through if I find something. Maybe something that is close to it might be this one here. and we go to update, and it will have some colors which work well together. So they have done the pre-work and they have selected colors that work really well together. To be honest, I really like this color scheme. It really looks very, very nice, very aesthetic. And let's have a look what else you can do. So you can change the font. So let's change the font. All the fonts that are available here on Creative Fabrica. Now what you can also do, you can upload your own font here. But let's just have a look what we can do with the preset fonts, and let's update it again, update the changes. And again, something different appears here. And this is why I like it, because with this, you can easily create designs very quickly, because if you have a shape that works, and if you have the words already in there, just by selecting a different font, you can easily create, tens of designs in a few minutes. If you have done all the pre-work and you've uploaded your fonts, or you're just changing fonts, you're changing colors, you're just changing the shape maybe, you can easily create various different designs. And I really like the possibilities that this opens up for everybody, because it makes it so much efficient to create these actually new designs in general, but also these word or shape clouds. Now again, there's more you can do. You can select different shapes, obviously. So they already have a lot of, let's say different preset shapes here. So in various categories, from animals, baby and kids, basic, miscellaneous, nature, and wedding. Let's have a quick look at nature. For example, they have a leaf here. So that could be something for a vegan design, just an idea. So let's just create something. We go to this, and we just very quickly will add some words in here like, and these could also be your keywords. And then if you've done your research about the words that you want to put in here, you can use the same words as your keywords. So this is really good. So let's go vegan, veganism, maybe veganuary, plant-based, animal welfare, and let's see how that looks. Nice. So you have a leaf here, and now you can obviously select some other colors, other shapes. So another leaf that might look really good for a vegan design, maybe this one here, and we click to maybe change the color as well. Maybe let's see if we can find something which is more colorful. Let's try vitamin C. That might work well with a health conscious vegan. Let's see. Okay, now the first thing I see here, I don't like the yellow color in there, but anyway, you can change that. That is up to you. But I really like the possibilities. Now there is something else you can do, and that is really where it opens up possibilities. So, and this is also where you can really well combine the functions on Creative Fabrica. Now I already mentioned that you can get vector files, graphics, fonts, all sorts of things on Creative Fabrica and download them and use them for print on demand. So if you don't find your shape in the word cloud or in the shape cloud function, you can just download a vector file and re-upload it into the font cloud, into the word cloud or shape cloud, and then it will create a new word cloud for you with that vector file. Now what you need to do, you need to find something which is a silhouette, and it needs to be an SVG file. So in basically the default shape cloud tool, I didn't find a mug or a coffee cup, so I found these here on Creative Fabrica. Now we can have a look, another look through. So the way you do it is you type into the search bar just something like SVG and then coffee silhouette. Probably I should have typed in coffee cup silhouette. Coffee cup silhouette. There you go. Then you will. Some of these are just bundles with different, with various mugs or cups included. Then sometimes you get here like the one-off, you know. So it's always worth having a look through. And if you don't find something, you can always type something else in, like coffee or just a cup or mug silhouette, and see if that gives us something different, something slightly different. And there you find all sorts of text which are related to coffee and everything. So let's go back to the mug silhouette or coffee cup silhouettes. Yeah, and then you'll find all of these here in a bundle. Now we can try and have a look if one of these works. Now in order for it to work in the word cloud or shape cloud, it needs to be something which, you know, for example, let's just open this one up here. So it needs to sort of work with the word cloud function. So just imagine you upload something like this here, with like the, you know, with sort of this yeah, like the steam above the coffee because it's hot. Now that wouldn't work that well because it just wouldn't look good. Just imagine you had a few words up here, and I think it wouldn't just, the person obviously who sees the word cloud needs to get the idea that it's actually a mug. So you want to have a shape which is which has a clear, just a very clear a clear silhouette, if that makes sense. So maybe we try these disposable coffee cups here, and I think one that would particularly work well might be this one here, one of these. But you know, you always need to have a look, and the person needs to get an idea that it actually is a coffee cup. But I actually downloaded some already just now before I started this video. So I downloaded these here, which are some of the ones that I showed you, I think. So we might be able to try maybe, which one will we try? Doesn't matter really. We could try coffee mug 1 here. Yeah, I'm not sure if it will take, or if it will recognize this handle here. But then again, this is just an example, and you can try different ways of doing things and different shapes and different SVG files. So let's just upload this one here. So I will just select the coffee mug number 1, and this was part of one of the bundles that I downloaded. And actually, yeah, actually it picks it up really well. So there you go. And then what you can now do, obviously take maybe the words out here, and then we will add some words which relate to coffee. So we can just add something like coffee, cup of coffee, caffeine, coffee bean. And again, these could be your keywords as well. Coffee bean, and that might just be enough for now. Update changes. All right, and it even has this heart shape here, which is really nice. And then you can again play around with the font here, and then play around with the color schemes here, and then we'll see how that works. Update changes, and that looks really nice. But the colors I don't like. You need to be careful that when you use a color scheme and you use, for example, a dark background. Now, if you then use a color scheme that includes a dark color, it probably won't work. Now, maybe the color schemes don't always work well because you have a mix of darker and brighter colors. So you always need to be careful about what sort of background t-shirt color you design it for. But then again, maybe use this one just to see how it works. But that's pretty much it. And then you can play around with it. You can easily create unlimited designs. And this is so good because you can just upload any vector file and use it and make it your own. And this is a really nice way how you can combine very powerful the different functions in Creative Fabrica And I really love to use it now because it makes it so easy to create new designs. And I mentioned before that I don't really have a lot of time because I still have a full-time job, got a family. So I always try to find ways to make it efficient. And to be honest, these look really good. So hopefully you liked the video. If you did, then please smash the like button. And if you want to follow me on my print-on-demand journey, then subscribe to the channel. Thanks a lot for watching and see you in the next video. Bye.